go.
Welcome tonight on another occasion here with your DM, the Traveling Bard. How you might be wondering, why aren't we in the reaches of wild space? Well, tonight we've got something a little bit different. Change of scenery, if you will. Welcome, the Keepers, the Daggers of Darkhold. A little Thieves Guild game that I have with some familiar faces and a couple of new ones. So, without further ado, sit back, relax, have yourself some snacks and tasty beverage as I take you on a tale. Uh, so, the planet, the planet of Toral, a place many are familiar with as the home of many adventures and tales of yore. But that was all in the past, before the Eve of Ruin, before the Third Sundering, before the Day of Eternal. But those days and those tales are for a different time. We'll wind the clock forward a bit, about 1500 years. Continents shift, sink, kingdoms rise and fall as we adjust to a different land. One wrought with sword and sorcery. Land of magic and mystery. A land so full of magic you could kick a stone and it winds up being an enchanted old witch that sneezed the wrong way at midnight. You arrive at the City of Zila, City of Serenity as they call it. With all its splendor and panache, it's often described as a place of opportunity or a tourist trap to visitors and newcomers. Now, our party, after meeting with a individual by the name of Thaddeus McKee, they arrive in the city of Zila in these very crowded promenades in the upper districts of the new city. The shining coast near sunset, the warm sea air, the streets lined with gambling houses, shop corners, restaurants. But you are taken to towards the end of the promenade. You are to meet with the rest of your cohorts and meet with a individual by the name of Dalen Everhart, who was supposed to instruct you on things further. So, for those of you who are here, I'd like for you all to roll me a d20.
Okay.
11. I guess Katya's being introduced first.
Oh no.
Give me one moment, cause something happened immediately on my end.
Oh.
Technical issues, y'all. The return of them, anyway. What's it called? My mouse cursor disappeared.
What?
Oh boy.
Oh no, never mind. It's back. We're all good. No technical issues here. Here we go. I'm gonna.
Of
That
all
was
the technical issues you could have had, I did not. That's a 17.
Yeah,
That's a
no,
D1
that's
too.
a D200. My bad. I typed 0 twice. There we go. 17.
Okay. So, going down the list, Katya, could you please describe your character as I take you all to a new map?
Alright, Izuma Saluzo. I'm just gonna read out what I wrote here. Spy, saboteur, assassin. They're a ruthless mercenary and artifact collector, stemming from a mafia family in Asia that mysteriously ceased to exist years ago. Nobody entirely knows why. After a failed mission, they were hunted and forced to join the Hunters for protection, which is why they're on this mission. Despite that, however, they still seem intent on continuing this dangerous line of work. Not particularly too worried about, potentially dying. They seemingly carry a calm yet tight face on them at all times. This clearly isn't the first time doing this type of work. Alright, that's it.
Okay. Let me just go ahead and fix your image real quick.
Thank you. I guess it makes sense a time wizard would be first, huh?
Yeah, they're always on time.
I mean, I thought that was just
They're dead.
wizards in general. And they arrive just at the right time.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm also
Alrighty.
Bard. I'm glad you didn't disappoint. The grid of the map is exactly as I thought it would be for the session 1 of Keep.
Not lined up properly.
Here's the thing. It's cobblestones. It's cobblestones.
If that
It's
helps us all
cobblestones, eh?
sleep better, I don't know.
I'm freaking Rachel. Anyway, next, ooh, yeah, that's right. Zachary, could you please describe your character and drop yourself on the map?
Where would I drop myself in? Right there next to Katya's character?
Yeah.
Okay. The man who was not present at the meeting, but somehow wound up here as well. Plot twist was providing the background
Well, you
for the session
you
zero that we
had
didn't
gotten
record.
a invitation.
You know, well, session zero that at least I didn't record. What's it called? So Zachary appears to be human-ish looking. His skin is a almost, deathly shade of pale. Like he hasn't been out in the sun for a while. He has sort of like medium length white hair that kind of reaches almost towards the base of his neck. He seems to have this sort of like perpetually not quite there vacant expression in his face. His eyes are kind of this faded maroonish reddish coloration almost. He seems to be donning an attire that kind of seems to resemble what you would see on like a court functionary or some form of entertainer, perhaps, from like a fancy bourgeoisie circles. although it's currently being mostly covered by his still matching fancy but kind of concealing cloak. He seems to have on his person a violin of sorts, an instrument that he's been carrying around, as well as other miscellaneous stuff around his belt. He appears like somewhat young-ish, but has kind of like a deep tone of voice, in contrast to his otherwise lean, slender figure. That is Zachary.
Okay.
Okay. Next up on the list, let's see, 1711.
That's me.
Alright.
I'm gonna do the same thing
Isabel.
Katya did. Just read out what the fuck we wrote. But only the important parts. Isabel Graves is a cunning sorceress skilled in the art of memory manipulation and soul bargaining. She thrives on the principle that personal gain reigns supreme in the cosmic theater, and thus she maneuvers to secure her own interests above all else. She offers her services to those who were willing to pay the price. And if you don't pay, well, let's just say you won't be owning your soul for long. That's about it.
Okay. Alrighty. Let's see. Next is number 5. Friggin' Maramil.
Kind of walking through the promenade.
It's the wrong one.
Wrong one. Walking through the promenade, drawing the eyes of many. There's a lot to look at. A high elf standing around 5'5", hobbling with a clear limp, with a very elaborate, ornate cane that looks almost ceremonial rather than built for walking. With one piercing in their ear, bright green hair, very fancy looking dark robes with gold lining. Walking with lots of scars and a blindfold over their eyes, though they don't exactly seem to be blind per se. But all of those things are not drawing the eye of everyone as much as the fact that their open-chested robes reveal on the left breast the mark of Baal, on the right breast the mark of Myrkul, and on around their neck / clavicle the hand of Bane. They wear these openly and with a smile as they walk right up to this very colorful cast of characters and stop right behind.
Should I bring the others as well?
Yeah. Just kind of, looking around the sights, checking out the food, the commerce. A small group, posse follows this elf. 2 young ladies and 1 very much older elven gentleman, which I'm realizing only now that they all have white hair.
Yeah.
That was
Hey, man.
that's fine.
The Marie Antoinette syndrome is a real thing.
And one of them
I'm pretty good at you.
one of them rather looking wondrously around like she's never been, and a place like this before. One of them look at the other lady, looking rather dead in the eyes, kind of just existing, allowing the flashing lights to pass by her. And the older gentleman looking a bit put off by the entire thing, as if he's disgusted as to how the poor people live.
You guys are in the more ritzy side, like middle
Yeah.
class area of the city.
You know, middle class is just what the upper and lower class like to call themselves.
I know poor people are
Okay.
a pain in the ass, but try to be courteous.
But yeah, like
And
Maramil kind of nods and cuffs and just, says back to the older man. Yes, I believe, my good patron, that we should be courteous. We are all equals at this moment in time. Pleasure to meet all of you. My name is Maramil of the House of Lightbringer. I assume that this colorful cast of characters is who I'm expected to meet with.
Yep, indeed. Nice to meet you.
oh yeah, and number one, because you rolled a natural one.
They say
Malum.
best for last.
You use that for the mofos. That's what you use for enemies.
He's an enemy.
I am the enemy. Didn't you
The
know
enemy of
that?
the state.
Enemy of the state, he says. Anyway, describe your character, dork.
A 4'6", slim-built male drown with dark purple skin, white hair, and blood-red eyes. Wearing black fancy clothes with red highlight. One red shoe and one black. With lipstick and a black heart on the right cheek and red on the other. Equipped with a dark shield with a red spider on it, a spider-formed holy symbol, and a dark mace. Always looking happy, and with a certain craziness behind his eyes. As he walks up, and he's hangs around. I'm already not able to see people's characters' names. Jericho's character.
Yeah, that's the idea. Because y'all haven't introduced each other's names.
Well, we introduced each other
Mhm.
at Session 0.
Well, Jericho's character wasn't there.
Yeah.
My character wasn't there
Yeah.
either.
Yeah, the only people
yeah.
who were there were Isabel,
Yeah.
Katya, and your
Yeah.
character, I think.
I know. Jericho's character was there.
Yeah,
No,
this is in
different
character.
character.
You.
Yeah, I
I
changed my
thought
character.
Jericho's character was there.
Yeah.
In that
no.
case, he's going to hang around Katya's character. He's like, I recognize you.
Yep, you're the oddball, aren't you?
Some people like calling me that. Malum Umbra. It's a pleasure to meet you all. It's a bigger of a group than I thought would attend.
Oh, well, forgive my apprentices and my patron. They will be accompanying me to, take in the world, as it were. But
Oh,
I suppose, you can... I don't want to say ignore, but don't mind them. They're just watching.
oh, don't worry. More people to make jokes about. More people to play pranks around. I hope you guys can keep a cool head with them all. As he stares deeply in all three of their eyes.
The frosty-looking girl kind of like looks a bit off-put. The older man just kind of sticks his nose up and looks away, basically. But this girl, in the middle, just kind of when you go up to her, stares, makes direct eye contact with you. Staring essentially into the windows of your soul.
Yeah, he looks at the guy. He's like, "You really think you can look away of someone of the House of Lothar? Don't make that mistake many times."
Well, if you are from a certain house, then I suppose forgive my uncouthness. But, well, you must understand I've been surrounded by poor people this entire time. It's very upsetting.
Oh, I can only imagine. But worse would be if you can't fit in, right? Try to blend along. Most people would say that.
The echelons of the upper class do not need to blend in with anything. They ought to stand out. They ought to show everyone what for. And Father Maramil over there certainly does draw the eye, and I respect that. And I suppose you do too. Constantine Aurelio II. I suppose it's a pleasure to meet your acquaintance. He
Hey,
kind of like
Jericho.
extends a hand.
Would
Yeah.
that name ring a bell for anybody? Like, for elves?
For elves specifically, only if you are from, what's it called? Only if you're from the continent, but they probably would ring some sort of bell if you were aware of the past of the Vrostonian Empire.
Where is the Versonian Empire located?
We are in it, or we were in it.
Well, previously,
And then it probably would not make any sense to Isabel. Oh, she wouldn't ring a bell for Isabel.
Yeah.
Once again, as he shakes his hand, Malum Umbra of the House of Lothar. Proud follower of Lolth, and maybe one day take over my house.
Wait, hold on a second.
Hmm?
Follower of Loth, are you a... Not to assume, but are you a guy?
Yes, indeed. You assumed correctly. And also a third child.
Then why would you follow Loth?
Ah, one that has been captivated by the draw and the enrapting allure of the Spider Queen herself. Tell me,
Actually,
was it the webs or the many legs? I bet it was the legs, right?
I can only guess she did it out of chaos, but for some reason she spared my life and chose to make me a proud follower. My family was sent on a quest to make me one of the best clerics you would have ever seen. Although I like to spread chaos around more than paying attention, as you can say. And that's also what draws me to her.
A chaos bringer.
Raptors.
And a perhaps not a chosen of Lolth, but a survivor. Interesting. And what of the rest of you? We've introduced ourselves. It's only polite that you three do as well, is it not?
Isabel Graves.
Zachary. Just Zachary for now.
Izumi.
Well, Mr. Zachary, Miss Izumi, Miss Graves, I do hope that our partnership will be a fruitful one. I believe it's very clear that we're all here for the same thing, considering we're all wearing black.
I'm always wearing that. And it's such sad times she couldn't have joined us last time at the meeting.
Ah,
There was this other Cambion lady there.
disappeared.
Oh. Honestly, as Malum closes in, he still has the same. He still says it in his normal voice. I made one of them grovel. Oh, she looked furious.
Oh. Does this mean we'll all be, acting peers in this particular play of ours?
A play. I suppose, yes, we shall be taking the stage as the leads, with a captive audience as well. And I suppose our... how do you call it? Quest giver. I believe is right over there. Kind of gestures with the cane, pointing at the one person.
Before we head off,
The director, of course.
Aurelio, was it?
Yes, indeed.
Are you sure your little entourage is of age to be leaving the house for an elf?
Oh, well, no, these two young ladies are indeed aged 17 and 20, and they are not my entourage. They are the apprentices of Father Maramil over there.
Maramil, how old are you?
How old am I? Interesting question.
It's a trick.
May I
Do
ask
not answer.
why?
Well,
Oh.
given the 3 different clerical symbols on you, and given the selection procedures for all of those, and overcoming the fear of wearing those in public, I'd wager about 300 years old-ish. I'm just trying to see how accurate my guesses are.
You are smart, aren't you? Though you did get one thing wrong. Overcoming the fear, I suppose, is always a step for those who worship all the world's evil. Not for me. I never had to overcome these. There's a reason why I wear these robes openly. But yes, 317 years of age, my lady.
A toddler in the grand scheme of things.
Yes,
It's like a little
but-
smile.
Yes, indeed. But my youth only means that there are more things to learn and experience. And I see that as a gift.
That's a good attitude to have. But, as was already stated, let's go meet our contractor, shall we?
Indeed, the last thing we want is to make a scene and gain an audience.
Yeah.
Oh, you spoke. I didn't expect you to do that.
I do that sometimes.
People have a voice, dear Zachary.
Well, of course they do. Did you think I forgot? He kind of readjusts his position, his posture.
Anyways, hey, Jericho.
Yes.
Or Constantine, can you tell me something about him specifically? Hold on, where is it?
Assessing I.
A goal they desperately want to achieve.
A goal they desperately want to achieve.
Because of their age, there must be something they want.
Yeah, so with Constantine, I suppose this is just okay, wait, hold on, let me see. A goal. Yeah, so there is kind of like a torrent of ambition that clouds this man's head, but you do gain one ambition at the very least to restore the Rostonian Empire to its rightful place as supreme ruling state of this continent.
Reinstating an empire won't be easy. She'll start walking towards the contractor.
Ah, so you also say things that don't make any sense. We shall get along nicely.
Trust me, that makes a lot of sense. Kind of shooting
I'm
a
sure
glance
it
over at
does.
Aurelio.
I'm sure it does, buddy old pal.
Alrighty. Alright, so as you guys walk over, you see a beautiful elven woman who looks to be about.
Oh.
Question?
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Can
I
y'all
was
hear?
just gonna say on the side, would Zachary be able to sleight of hand swipe one of the breads of the stand nearby?
Off with your hand, bitch!
Go ahead. So give a sleight hand check, I guess.
Oh, I accidentally rolled that to GM, but I rolled a 7.
Ooh.
You see a friggin' half orc kind of look over at you like, you got any money for that loaf of bread?
You're putting
Seeing you kind of.
You're putting a price on
you
a
put
piece
it
of
in your
artwork?
I'm putting price on my merchandise.
Of course. You're one of those art connoisseurs. He kinda shuffles into his fucking pocket and pulls out just like an entire gold piece. And just flings it at him, and says, "There." And just kind of walks away after just paying a whole ass of gold for, a baguette.
You kind of. What languages do you speak?
Not a lot. At least not yet.
Okay, you don't hear what he says to the side, but for the audience, fucking tourist.
There we go. Yes, spend an entire gold piece for us.
Yeah.
It was like 2 copper.
As you walk past, Maramil was kind of like conversing with their retainers, but as you walk past, Maramil just asks, "You place an interesting value on the most mundane things, don't you, sir?"
Looks around, almost as if he doesn't realize you're talking to him, specifically. Like, cause you're clearly not talking to him if you're addressing him in that way. What's it called? He is looking around, and he's not gonna realize you're talking to him unless you call out to him again.
Yeah, as he just like looks around, Maramil just kind of taps him on the shoulder. "Excuse me, are you looking for something?"
I was trying to find out who you were addressing with that comment.
I was addressing you, sir.
Oh. What was that again?
I was merely musing how you seem to find some sort of intricate beauty in the most normal of things. That bread was clearly worth a lot to you, if you were to part with a whole gold piece.
Well, in reality, art is priceless, but some people put a price on it.
I see. An artist who is more in tune with the work and prospect of art rather than monetary value. I think you and I will get along.
Looks you up and down. If you say so.
Well, let's not keep them waiting.
Oh, right. What were we doing again?
You done keeping us waiting?
Waiting is
Yeah.
a strange concept. But yes, let's go.
Excuse me. I kind of turn towards the elven lady. Are you the one we're supposed to meet?
Alrighty. Yeah, kind of go. Yeah, kind of going up to this elven woman who looks to be about mid to late 30s. For those of you who are elves, you would realize that she's like close to like her 400s.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
They wear white shirt, leather breastplate. They have what looks like a little purse and one of those French horn looking things on her side. Hold up, let me just zoom in. And you also notice that she has a little bit of a starry pattern in her eyes. She is an astral elf. Uh,
Oh.
Well, well, well.
okay, let's see. Well, aren't evening? Aren't you Cypher? Aren't you all sight for sore eyes?
You should
I
get those
suppose there is
checked.
a certain
Go ahead. Sorry.
No. Like after Zachary says you should get those checked, Maramil just kind of like chuckles and says, "I suppose we are a certain interesting aesthetic. Yes, we're all very color coordinated when you think about it."
Yes. However, before we continue, she kind of snaps her fingers as I will use encoded speech. Now, to everyone else who isn't us, well, they'll think we're talking about the weather.
Which is funny because she was speaking in Thieves' Cant too.
Yeah. Isabel kind of goes, there.
Anyway.
I have encoded our speech, so nobody will understand what we're saying. They'll think we're talking about the weather.
Hey, that's what people said that I speak like. Nobody understands what I say sometimes, or so they claim.
Interesting trick. Well, yes, I was instructed to meet you all. My name is Dalen Everhart. Though I thought you sneaky types would picked up code words.
I mean, it's easier to do this way, is it not?
Well, if you're the ones who I'm supposed to meet, let me see the letter, your letter of introduction that you got. Out of character, this is the thing that you got from session 0.
Alright.
Yeah.
Well, Isabel will pull hers
hey.
out.
Yeah. Dalen skims through the parchment like a fine-tooth comb, and then verifying the authenticity, she kind of looks back at everyone. All right. So, your next instructions: that tavern right behind us, Commons Rest. Speak to Mara. She's working the bar, and ask her about Saul's stir fry. Rest is up to you.
Alright.
Alright, sounds simple enough.
Yes, I suppose it is. Your interesting code words. Will never pretend to know what they mean, but the instruction is clear enough. Is that all?
Also, before you go, any of you start causing trouble, there's gonna be at least 20 guards hot on your heels. So,
And the guild won't
that'll
cover
be the
our
least of your
asses.
worries.
That is our responsibility.
That does sound fun, though. But I take your meaning. We will not cause any trouble. I humbly swear on the sake of all the world's evil.
I can make promises, but I will try to do my best.
Just try not to make a ruckus.
And I am just happy to be
Hmm.
here.
Right.
I assume that this is the end.
Yeah, that's the end. Let me just take it out of the friggin' fog of war and reveal. Cause I did this before. I had set up the
Reveal.
friggin' dynamic guiding. Bam.
Ooh, this looks really cozy actually. This is cool.
Before,
Dog!
before leaving, Zachary will turn to Dalen and just say, "And scene, you played your part perfectly. Now it's up to us. Thank you." As you move away.
Alright, so walking in, the contrast of the kind of dingy, sort of posh promenade, you kind of find this more humble looking tavern. Working the bar is a human woman who seems to be cleaning up shop. She wears a yellow dress with a black apron and eyes you all entering.
Zachary
Well,
will go ahead. Oh, sorry.
Well, evening, folks. You were just about to miss last call. What can I do for you?
We were here to get something specific. Kind of taking a seat at the
Stir
bar.
fry, whatever it was.
Yes.
Hmm. Friggin' book saying dog. Alright. Stir fry? And, what's y'all's passive perceptions for the two at the bar?
14. It's not high.
13.
I am keeping an eye on everyone.
Yeah, stir fry. One stir fry in particular, with a 14, you kind of hear the click of something like a crossbow being loaded.
Bard, what were we asked to get again? Specifically.
Saul's stir fry.
Saul's stir fry. And you can put the crossbow down.
You know, yeah. Once you mention Saul's stir fry, you hear them decock the crossbow. Saul's stir fry. Well, there's not. You don't have much, but might be able to whip something up in the back. The bar, real quick, till I get our guests sorted. And another human kind of walks up to man the bar. Please follow me.
Very well. I thought that said what an intensive room. I was like, huh?
Izumi, get off the bar.
No. Dancing on the bar drunk. Fuck off.
Zachary notices
Oh.
people are already running, well, not running, moving away after he tried to walk in and then walk out 4 times, and then he's like, "Oh, we're moving." Go ahead, Maramil.
No, just like everyone moving. Maramil just kind of like fussing the dog. Oh, we're moving.
Mm,
Very well.
Oh,
Yeah,
damn,
forgot to show Mira, and also the friggin' dog.
Yeah.
Is the dog named Farkas?
No, you see they have a collar. His name's Rex.
Yeah.
Captain or
That's a dog
Commander?
No. Anyway, as Mira kind of leads you down a set of stairs to what looks to be a cellar, and after pulling a intricate array of bottles from off the wall, a secret passage opens up. All right, this here bar is neutral ground, so don't go starting any trouble. All right.
We're planning on.
Alrighty. So let me
Wait.
just get y'all's.
Wait, Katya was gonna say something?
We're just here to do our
You want
job.
to say something, Katya?
That's all I wanted to say.
Okay. It should be fine. And as you all kind of descend the staircase down, I shall take you all to a new map.
Bum bum bum.
Uh,
Oh,
The underground portion.
alrighty. Alright, so as you enter this sort of spacious area, you see various individuals, some wearing black and yellow uniforms, others seem to be like run-of-the-mill thugs that kind of go about their day, working on different equipment, some gambling, a few taking a rest. Over by a table, you see a man sitting down in a suit of armor with a yellow uniform. Across is another individual with a similar uniform, and 4 individuals: a dwarf, a deep gnome, a Gith Yankee, and a lizard folk. So you're the new recruits that just showed up.
That will be us, yes.
Indeed.
All right. And gather around then.
Try again.
Your introductory mission is simple. We got a job for a town up north called Cree. They've been getting a few reports of crops going bad, people going missing, and what reports of, well, monster activity. Don't know what. So they hired out, well, us, being the best of the best. And the fact that the Mercenaries Guild over in Rising Moon Formation, they're not known for being as, well, resourceful as us. Sternhelm Jones is going to be your liaison on this mission. Whichever group succeeds in helping out, well, you guys get inducted into the guild proper. One who fails, best seeking employment elsewhere.
Well, seems simple enough. So this seems like a good old-fashioned Monster Hunter hero mission. Is there a catch, or we just doing some good deeds for the good people in Cree?
Just doing your good deed for the day. See if you can handle at least some grunt work.
Could we at least keep all the loot we find?
10% goes to the guild. Because this is an introductory mission, you don't get paid for the first job. Whatever loot you find, it's yours to keep.
Doubt we're gonna find much in a standard monster hunt, though.
Well, you would be surprised. There's a lot of things that monsters can be useful for.
I mean, they're parts, sure, but unless it's something with a horde, we're not gonna find powerful items or a lot of money just lying around.
True enough. Unless there were adventurers who tried and died. Maybe they left some loot. Would be
That is
awfully
true.
convenient.
But that would seem almost too convenient, no?
Yes, oh, most definitely, almost definitely trapped or cursed, but... You know... Who knows what we can find on this roller coaster we call life.
Either way, this will be a good opportunity for us to learn each other's capabilities.
Yes,
Indeed.
very well.
Also, would just
In
like
fact-
to point out. Oh, go ahead.
You see this little gnome.
Hold on, Bard.
bit.
I was about to say something.
Who says what first?
Go ahead, Jericho.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Bordy.
He was just going to say. Also, I would like to point out that life isn't a roller coaster; it's a stage. But everybody makes that mistake. I will not hold it against you.
I suppose that is true.
You know what? You guys kind of boring. We already know where we're going. You already know what we're doing. Guys, let's get together. As you see this gnome, gotta pull out a helmet from a bag of holding. As they use a helm of teleportation to cast teleport, and you see these four just poof.
Well, looks like they have a head start on us, so let's get going.
Maybe we will find their items.
Right. Well, actually, Bard, because like I would imagine I probably know, like, you know, maybe like a route or two to get to Cree.
Let's see. Look at that world map. From here, you know, quick way to go there would be by river, and surely enough, there is a boat.
Yo, the boatman!
Yeah, he's back. What's it called?
What up, motherfucker?
Maramil just like cracks their neck and just sighs and says, "Well, I'll say that at the very least we can get to Cree by river, and well, how convenient. We have our own single boat. Well, let's not hold it against them."
I mean, that is very convenient.
Well, they did say it
Well,
was
if the
a simple
rookies-
introductory mission.
True.
Alright, let's get going then. No point standing around.
They've already got a head start on us. We shouldn't let it get bigger.
Oh,
I mean-
boatman!
Hey, simple. If they get there ahead of us,
Yeah,
we take them out and take the credit.
My plan exactly.
A classic betrayal plot twist.
It's not a betrayal. They were never our allies.
A
Maybe we
classic
don't
betrayal
even-
plot twist. He repeats again.
Maybe we don't even have to make our own hands filthy.
No. We have to get our hands dirty in killing them if they get there before us. So we're gonna have to get our hands dirty regardless.
Well, that's only if you use hands to kill someone.
True, and that is quite barbaric after all.
Alright.
But how else are we supposed to touch
Yeah,
them?
you see this little barge kind of float over, and this goblin in like a bowler hat and simple suit kind of rows over, and it's like, how you doing? What,
Oh, he's got
where am I
like he's
taking
got like
you?
drip now.
He got paid.
Yeah, he's got shrimp now.
Like, remember,
Yeah,
we
he
cut
got
him into a part
paid.
of the fucking Signy heist because he was the
Yeah,
one who
we
took us
did.
there.
So
Yeah, step up from the vest he used to wear. Oh yeah, by the way, for those who are listening in, this is kind of like how Spelljammer was. This is a continuation of another campaign that happened a while back.
See,
Yeah, you don't
So, yeah.
get first iterations of campaigns on this YouTube channel. You only get the ones that we've already finished and
I-
decided we want another one.
See, I am almost tempted to make my own intro at the beginning to just explain roughly the story so
long
far.
ago in a distant land.
In the galaxy
also,
far, far away.
Shut
Tom,
up. Anyways,
Also, Tom, that is a lie, because I am recording the first, well, not the first, but I am recording Odyssey, which is not a sequel to anything. So
No, but it isn't the first time you've run that one.
I mean, shh, nobody's supposed to know that.
shut up. Anyway, so yeah, this goblin boatman is like, so where am I taking you?
Cree.
To Pre. Yes.
Should be there in less than a day.
Alright, then bring the boat over. Let's go.
Less than a day.
Alright.
Perfect.
And
We shall get there within 10 minutes then.
No, that's not how that works.
We don't
But-
know. Maybe our boatman is very efficient at his job.
Well, then he would say we should get there in around 10 minutes.
But Isabel, 10 minutes is less than a day. I know time can be confusing sometimes, but it is
No,
important
I
that we
know
keep our
that.
pace
It's
so that we know
really-
when are we supposed to get into our mark.
they'd never pay me enough for this job.
Izumi just looks at
So,
you, just
yeah.
a face of utter confusion.
Isabel kind of just looks at Izumi and just says, why do we get stuck with these guys?
I don't know.
Speaking of getting stuck with each other, since we're going to be stuck on this boat ride for a while, why don't we all talk about our expertises? We are going to be fighting monsters after all. I assume that all of you know how to fight in some way or another.
If by fighting you mean performing, then yes, I fight, dare I say, like the best of them.
I mean, to some,
see.
fighting is an art.
Well, they do call them martial arts. Fighting is, indeed, a beautiful dance. And a song of battle that rings out to, well, most people, even if they're not expecting it, or even if they try to run from it.
Spoken like a true connoisseur.
Well, as for me, I am merely a humble priest. I will most likely be taking on the brunt of the healing of this crew, but I will also be taking to the front lines. I may not look it, but I am very resilient.
Well,
Alright, noted. Good to know.
I am a wizard by trade, but I would say that it's not worth mentioning because you'll forget soon enough. Also, yeah, where are your handlers?
I believe it will take quite a while for you to understand the dynamic that we have. In a sense, I am their handlers. But I did tell them to wait there for a while, and if I take too long, wait in the inn.
Is the older one not your mentor?
I suppose we have a mutual sort of agreement. I would say that he is my mentor in many different ways, but in some ways, I am his counselor. But
So,
in
like
the
a
end,
normal mentor-mentee relationship where you both learn from each other.
I suppose, yes. But I must say that in the end, none of them are fighters. Two of them are training to be under my tutelage, but well, everyone starts somewhere, and it would break my broken heart for them to get hurt in any sort of way. They are under my care, after all. So, because I don't know the magnitude of danger that the Keepers are going to be sending us on, I thought it best to leave them behind for this trial run.
A smart move.
Speaking of dangers, we haven't heard of everyone's capabilities yet.
Well, to speak about me, and again, too bad you couldn't see me pull it off in the first time I got to the meetings. I'm best at letting people and monsters do whatever I say them to do. And if they don't, I will just cast spells to make them weaker, slower, hit easier, maybe curse them. And
Perfect.
yeah, I can do the bare minimum of healing, but don't expect me to do it for you all.
Oh, don't worry. I mainly want to see those curses of yours. Those always intrigue me, especially the ones born from the underdog. I will handle the healing. You focus on causing as much havoc as possible.
He gets really close to you, and he says, I could let you see it firsthand.
Hmm. You know, don't tempt me. And
You say
what of you, Madame Izumi? You seem rather tight-lipped, waiting for all of us to reveal our trump cards.
Yes, of course, my expertise lie within medium-range combat, both magical and martial. Secondary expertise are trapping and stealth.
I
Any
see.
questions?
No, I don't believe I do. This seems to be a well put together party. I do hope that everyone will have each other's backs. It is of our best interest, after all.
I do
Indeed.
have a
Oh,
question
sorry.
for you, Maramil. The interest in pre-Day of Eternal pieces. That seems quite odd. Most, even of Elvenkind, don't really care much about our past.
No, well, I suppose I am the rather sentimental type. Even though many have chosen to forget and instead love to live in the times that we live in, there was a certain charm to the days of yore, and, well, I suppose we could say that my childhood never truly completed. So I like to stay in touch with my inner child every now and then, and listen to the tunes of my past.
Hmm.
Thank you, Zachary. This was one of my childhood favorites. I remember my Lord Protector would play this to me on summer nights.
Indeed. It was quite nice hearing it when it was first composed.
He, even if you address him, as long as it's mid-performance, he will not answer verbally. Instead, because he's, focused on performing with a 22, what's it called? He will communicate, into your mind. But first, he'll ask permission if he can do so. Because, still has enough sense to do that.
Yeah.
What the fuck's up with that name over there? Let me change that.
Fort Expansion 5!
Yeah, no, what the fuck? Thank you, Roll20. Very cool. What's the call? So yes, he'll communicate telepathically with you and you hear in your mind. I am glad you are enjoying the performance, but please, comments after it's finished.
Of course, of course.
Don't fight the power. What's the call? So play this for as long as it takes to get to the destination. I hope you guys don't get tired of this song.
Isabel seems to be enjoying it.
Yeah, no, like Maramil is genuinely just very much like swaying to the like kind of like mouthing the lyrics but not singing, because obviously you don't you don't sing along when an actual fucking musician is playing.
Alright, so as you all spend the rest of your day going upriver, you see a humble village, mostly lumberyards, watchtowers, uh, palisades lining the perimeter of the city. As you all disembark from your little craft, a druid comes and greets you as Sternhelm Jones shows a little wanted poster, which seems to be a notice for helping clear out monsters. Uh, okay, so you're also here for the job to help deal with the monsters in the Blightwood?
Yeah,
Indeed.
that sounds-
Indeed.
Well, earlier, the other day, another group came in, and, well, I'll tell you what I told them. There'd been some strange happenings recently. Some of the crops have been going, well, foul. From what our scouts have told us, the most that did come back to report things, well, it wasn't pretty. Pungent
These
odors that would make you go mad.
these crops. Could you take us to them? I wonder if I can surmise something from them.
Sure. The druid kind of goes over, and you see, like, towards, like, the river edge, a number of crops, some wheat and barley, started decaying, like necrotic rot.
And as what's it called? First of all, before I do this, can I roll like a survival or an like to identify what's going on there?
Sure, give me a survival or a nature check.
Okay. Oh, double click it. That's a 27. 24, I mean.
Okay, 24. Ooh, 24.
I wanted to say this, but
Yeah!
Guidance.
25, baby!
You know, 25. Okay, so actually, you need a DC for a special thing. Okay, so with 25, you know this rot and decay is not natural. This is, well, very strange. Something like something foul. Uh, you have heard rumors that the Blightwood, this desolate marshland of a swamp, houses varying creatures of beyond comprehension. Some do cause rot and decay. From what the druid had described to you from the scout's report, though some sparse, uh, rot, pungent odor. This does not seem to be of a magical nature, though it is something that affects the land, like something to that nature.
In
And
that case.
three creatures kind of pop into your head.
Okay.
Either this was the work of a black or green dragon, which do affect the areas they stir in for too long, causing decay. A influence of Zuktaboy, the demon and lord of rot and decay. Or, well, this is a bit with a 25. This is actually a bit more rare, but there are creatures that are very old and somewhat rare that you have heard would be in marsh areas that do cause rot, but you're not sure of the name.
Okay. Right. So, Maramil kind of chuckles and says to everyone, well, we are either dealing with the influence of a adult or older black or green dragon, which, let's pray we are not. Either that or there is a presence of Zogatmoy. And
Bless you.
there is a third option, but unfortunately I'm not privy to the information of that third one. Only that it is rather old.
Let's hope it is something of Zagadmoy then.
I hope of the dragon. Want to fight a dragon?
You know, it would be fun to fight a dragon, would it not? That would make a very good first impression. And it would promise a horde for us to keep. So I suppose yes. Why don't we pray it's a dragon?
And it's really fun to see them grovel.
I
I
wonder,
suppose. Yes.
what type of knowledge would a dragon have regarding the world? After all, they are quite creatures. They're creatures that grow to be quite old, aren't they?
Indeed. In fact, they are functionally immortal. They only die when they choose to, or the Dread Queen Tiamat calls to them. Or Bahamut, if, metallic, but, well.
Do they not die when they are killed?
Oh, they very much can be killed. But if left alone, they can essentially exist forever. And if we meet a particularly nice one, perhaps we can ask them for information.
Have to
What
read
about
it.
you, Miss Izumi? What would you rather us deal with, an ancient dragon or the demon lord of decay and rot? Which one are you hoping for?
The dragon would certainly be easy to deal with.
Quite indeed. Demons are beautiful creatures, but they are beautiful in their complete lack of regards for the rules of our reality.
I much rather prefer devils.
Lord Asmodeus is a tempting father.
I really want to make a stupid joke.
But we can head off, I suppose. Is there any other information that we could glean, Sir Druid?
Well, a little ways north, that's where the scouts had reported the sightings of whatever this creature was. But there is something. The last scouts that did report something, they had said one of their party was ambushed, and it seemed they had evaporated.
Ooh, interesting. So either a dragon that knows disintegrate or the demon lord Zagatmoy is more likely. There is also that mysterious third option, which I believe is more and more likely, considering that, well, Zagatmoy can destroy completely, but everyone, please fasten your seatbelts. We are most likely in for an encounter with something long dead.
In that case, kind of snapping her fingers as from out in the woods a hawk lands on her shoulder. I'll have Ash scout ahead for us.
Okay.
Hmm?
Could you look at my sheet for a moment?
Sure, what seems to be issue?
With the in the list of attacks and spells, there keep
Oh no.
popping up
Oh,
these boxes with red lining.
Don't
Oh, yeah.
bother it. Don't bother.
Yeah, it's
just
doing
let it do its
that for
thing.
me.
Don't fuck with it.
Yeah, it's doing that for me as well. I mean, I've been deleting them here and there,
Yeah,
but like they're
it's
still showing.
weird glitch that happens.
Like, deleting them is basically like popping a pimple. Like, you shouldn't do it.
But
Unless you're doing it on TikTok.
oh, there's
No, I know it sucks. It sucks so much. It'll go away eventually.
It's a glitch. Roll 20 happens.
It's been like this for years though. When are they gonna fix it?
It is what it is, I suppose.
So I believe we are just heading off north, unless other
Yeah.
people have something they want to do.
Okay.
If we're heading off north, we have a forward scout.
Yeah. Well, we'll have Ash scout
Alrighty.
like a good mile ahead of us every time. I don't know how
Okay.
long of a trip it is.
Let's say with the directions they gave you, it's about good, say 4 or 5 hour walk.
Yeah, I'll keep Ash a mile ahead of us at a time then.
All right. So, ahead of you, as you trudge through these dank and dismal marshes of the Blightwood, a realm few and far between have even dared ventured into willingly. Few things aside from the constant stinging of gnats and mosquitoes, the humidity and low hanging fog. You notice that once you get deeper into the wood, it seems a bit overcast. The sun rarely shines in this area. A mist rolls over you as perpetual fog near your feet. And parsing away, you come across a large structure, an earthen mound within swamps. Off the beaten paths, you see the remnants of what looks to be about a few scouts that have met their untimely end.
Well.
How light is it outside? It's about dim light.
Could I make a medicine check on these dead scouts to try to figure out cause of death?
Sure.
Yeah.
Medicine check.
And I assume Malum is giving me guidance?
Yes.
Yes. Jesus Christ! Alright, please get a 1. It would be really funny if I got a 1. Damn.
A 2. 26. Strangely enough, from a couple of these scouts, well, a few of these scouts, it seems like they had broken ribs, like from strong blunt force trauma from heavy weapons, like maybe a mace or a club.
Okay.
Their skin seems to be well blistered over, which might be given because of the area being covered in poison ivy, bugs and gnats pecking at them.
Is there any sign of like that
but
sort of like rot that was on the plants?
any sort of signs of that rot? Yeah, around the area, you see more like a trail of these rotted driftwood and reeds kind of trailing off a bit east. And you can't help but get this strong, pungent odor out of your nose. Like the scent of death and decay and almost musk.
These
These
Oh yeah, go on.
do these scouts have anything on them that would be useful, like arrows, weapons?
It looks, if you scavenge these scouts, it looks like some of them have already been picked clean by other scavengers that might be around. Circle of wind.
Yeah, just kind
You
of keep the
cast
smell
that
away from her.
smell. it's strange. Like even if you cast,
Well, it's
when you
around
cast that
herself
spell,
mainly,
it's
so
still
like
yeah, it's faint, but you still smell it, like it's
that is
hanging in the air.
much better than it being so pungent.
These scouts met a very interesting end. The broken ribs are blunt force trauma from specifically some sort of weapon, but they are covered in these blisters. If we're to suggest that these are just mace wounds, either some adventurers killed them in order to get the reward money, or maybe we're dealing with cultists, which leads more credence to the Zugutmoy idea. Could be fun.
Hmm.
Regardless, there is a clear trail of rot right to the east. But you said that there was like a mound structure, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like it's
But
further off
however,
east in the distance that you can see.
oh, it's in that direction. Okay, gotcha.
Can
And
I have Ash
Mhm.
inspect it?
Okay. If Ash is inspecting it, are you being stealthy at all?
Well, it's just a bird.
Yeah, just
is
a
the bird being
bird.
stealthy?
Well, no,
Just
she's
a
not
bird
making
being
any effort
stealthy.
to be stealthy. She's just flying.
Uh,
Keep in mind, she doesn't
okay.
count as a bee. She counts as a fiend. I don't know if that would help.
Okay. Okay.
What's it called? Just as an aside, if at any point it feels like we're getting closer, I guess, to the source of this, or if my allies pointed out that we might be getting closer, Zachary would cast a spell on himself. Well, yeah, he will cast a spell on himself. It would appear almost as if for a moment Zachary puts down his instrument and you see his eyes kind of like roll to the back of his head as a bunch of
Oh.
whispers emanate from his mouth, like voices that overlap onto each other. And then his eyes go back, and they're no longer the shaded, faded, reddish maroonish color. Instead, they're now a solid, bright orange. Well, not orange, rather purple. As a bard, I'm casting otherworldly gaze on myself.
Ooh, could you post spell?
Steinhardt's Guide to the Elder's Hunt. That's one of the spells that bard allowed me
Yeah.
to take.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh shit.
I don't know how close the mound is, but I guess she
Nice.
might be sensing the bird.
Okay.
That's true. Yeah.
Okay. So, thing to note. So, the bird would see this large structure. Looks to be what remains of old ruins. Basking on another little outcropping are, well, a couple of crocodiles.
Oh.
And actually, I will show this mound real quick. Let me just see if I can find the image.
Bart, you can't
Aha.
just dangle crocodiles in front of me and not expect me
Yeah.
to try to like.
Procutus and everything, you know?
Yes, there are crocodiles. There are crocodiles, and when your bird gets close, does a 17 hit?
Yeah.
Well, hold on. Is it the crocodiles attacking? Because they would not get that close.
Well, not the crocodiles. Something
Well, in that
else.
case, yes, 17 hits.
And the last thing your bird would see, a black feathered arrow. And you'd hear, ha! Yeah! As
Does
your
that sound like
vision comes back
a
to you.
goblin?
What languages do you speak?
I speak. I didn't cast comprehend languages before this. Fuck! I can ritual cast this, so I should always just have it up. I bet they mentioned I did that before. In that case, I speak common, elvish, undercommon, and one more that you know, Bard.
Unfortunately, it is not a language you understand.
Interesting. Ash got shot down at the mound. Black feathered arrow.
Interesting. Well, in that case, I suppose we should make preparations for battle. If we can just bait them out and extinguish them all right there and then, I believe that could be ideal.
Ritual cast.
Unless
werewolf
anyone
then.
else has any other ideas.
No.
Zachary says, well, looks over and says, so you need a way to draw them out? A distraction, if you would.
I
Yep.
believe so.
Then my time has come. As he will walk forward like ahead of everybody. To a
So
point
yeah,
where
this is what you all would see.
to a point where he believes like he might be an acceptable distance away from the mount. You know, not quite in the water. If the image is anything like how it's shown there. What's it called? But close enough that he's able to at least see that the threshold. What's it called? And he will stand. He will find the tallest rock he can. Climb up on top. Well, not climb. Walk. Towards it, even if his body begins to tilt at, weird ass angles, cause spider climb.
Yeah.
So he just walks there. Yo, I'll walk up. What's it called? And
Okay.
he finds the tallest
So you
rock.
walk up this rock.
Yeah.
Before we
Okay.
go,
So you walk
before,
up.
what's it called? Before Zachary just does that, just in case he fucking, activates initiative, Maramil will, Malum, does Malum, like, get up front? Oh wait, no, Marine is BRBing still. Okay, so I guess it could be Izumi, Maramil, and
Yeah.
yeah, so I'll do Izumi, Maramil, and actually, yeah, wait, does Isabel, I imagine Isabel, like, stays back because they're a fucking wizard. So yeah, okay, so it'll be Maramil, Izumi, and Malum. You may feel something strange, but do not worry. The effects of this body-changing spell are only for defensive measures and are temporary. But, without further ado, raising up their cane, it glows with a cold blue power. The evolution of Zinch! As I will cast 8 on us.
Alright.
Neat.
I'll just write down who it is, by the way, so we don't forget.
I did.
Yeah, you got it right.
Well, I'm blind.
Marvel
Fuck, I'm
is-
sorry.
Actually, important thing to note. Though Zachary is walking ahead of everybody, he still wants to keep within 30 feet of people. So yeah,
Okay.
close
Okay.
to the...
We'll be walking with them.
Yeah, close to the mount, but still, holy shit. Think we're not are we supposed to see everything, Bard?
Oh shoot, hold up.
I can't
This
see
is.
anything.
Can you see?
I can't see anything.
Cause I'm in opera.
Can you see, Vorty?
Yes, cause I'm in opera. I use opera to record the
Oh
session, so I
crap,
have
that's
it.
right. Oh, hold up.
Wait, Opera can
So
see?
it's
Cause Bard
no,
is
it's the dynamic
using-
light and shiz.
Yeah, you're using dynamic lighting, specifically the version that we can't. Those of us who don't have the thing can't see.
Oop. So no peaks, right quick. Let me just set it to friggin'. I mean, it's late once you get into the cave. So for right now, fog of war. I guess fog of war for everybody then.
Yeah, I'm sorry about
Yep.
that. I use Opera because Chrome just fucking shits on the RAM when I try to record. That's why I use Opera.
Yeah. Fucking
Enable
Chrome shits itself using that
darkness.
extension anyway, like on Chrome. Like I have to use Firefox now because it just stopped working on my Chrome.
Okay, so for time being, because it's not being right, I'll say for right now, you don't see inside the cave. I'm putting everything else on the GM layer. I'm putting everything on GM layer right quick. Cause I did not realize our resident cameramans are not.
Maybe you should pay for Roll20 Plus subscription.
My subscription. I'm paying for house. That's the subscription I have.
Fair enough. What's the call? So, as Zachary is beginning to walk up the Talus Rock, he will say, "Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's performance, a atmospheric piece that matches the horrid, rotted, scenery that surrounds us. To forget, for a moment, the dreadful landscape that we may see in front of us, and instead open our eyes to a higher truth. Witness this as I humbly play for all of you." My plan was to lay traps beforehand. I mean, you still have time for it, because Zachary doesn't know how long it'll take for people to be drawn to his shit. He's going to begin to play a very, very strange music that starts like, like a soothing, sort of like ambient music, not unlike that which we are hearing right now through the bot. But ever so often, there's like these notes that you wouldn't really quite pick up on unless you're you yourself are like proficient in any form of musical a proficiency, which are kind of like out of place, and you're like, did I hear that right, or is my mind playing tricks on me? In fact, Zachary's allies may believe that their minds are playing tricks on them, because it's as if every time those weird chords are stricken, they see these strange images in front of them. As if something is growing out of their bodies. But is it now? At the same time that I'm playing this performance, I want to activate one of my Eldritch melodies, a bard.
Oh, which
The
one?
melody of the transcendence of flesh. That is why I want to keep within 30 feet of my allies.
God, this works with my flavoring of aid, having the bodies just kind of like morph into more forms of higher constitution, and now their fucking bodies mutating even more.
Also, I'm not sure if
Weird.
you activated Fog of War, but I can still see the map, Bard.
Yeah, I can't see anything.
See, here's the
Wait,
thing. I
can we
hit
see?
everything. I hit everything else on the GM layer, so you can see cave.
I'm just
At
gonna.
least.
I'm just going to zoom in on like a corner of the map so I don't read
Bard,
anything.
just place me somewhere.
Yeah,
Where
where
it
did you
needs
go?
to be.
What's it called? So yes, everybody gains temporary hit points. Specifically, 6 temporary hit points, I believe, because it's half my bard level plus charisma modifier. So everybody gains 6 temporary hit points, and that is one of my inspirations and one of my eldritch melodies used.
Okay.
Wait, how much?
6.
Okay.
That's everyone?
That is everybody. I'll say all of my allies. So each willing creature of your choice within 30 feet of me. So yeah. Less useful this time around because you won't benefit from it. But the last part is, you have advantage on strikes and checks and saving throws until the end of my next turn, which won't be really useful because it's the
I mean, crocodiles might grapple us.
And my roll 20 just crashed. Amazing. So amazing. I need
Okay.
to reload.
So, thing to note: you guys being in the marsh, it is difficult terrain unless you have a swim speed.
Fuck. No, am I not stepping in that dank ass water? Zachary is trying to. I mean, even if he has to step on dank ass water, he will purposely just like walk up a tree or a rock or whatever and stay like vertically against the ground if needed. It could cause a spider climb.
Mm-hmm. You do. Okay, so
Bard
for
said a
folks,
whisper to you.
and you can see one. Ooh. Okay, so I'll give access to camera in this
Also,
case.
where do we go, by the way?
Forward.
Yep. Okay.
Wait, can you see the map? It's all dark for
No.
me.
Now I can.
Place yourself
Yeah,
down in the
place-
bottom
place-
right corner, Katya. That'll fix
Okay,
it.
okay, okay.
Basically, we can
Okay,
only see what
thank
the
you.
characters are supposed to see, so if there's no character there, then we can't see shit.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay.
So the purpose of Zachary doing the performance in the first place is to draw attention towards him so that his allies may start, setting something up. Letting them cook, so to speak.
Malum keep casting guidance on himself, so every 54 seconds you will just hear it would suck to suck, so good luck.
Alright, step 1, stealth up.
I'll
That
give
was
you
an
guidance.
attempt.
Yeah, you can roll a d4.
Alright.
Malum would
Thank you.
wait, we stealthing?
Izumi,
I
yes,
am.
please.
Alright, let's stealth them.
Oh.
At
You get
least I
guidance,
have guidance.
One.
For 11.
Yeah, nice.
Okay, it shouldn't be too hard to lay a trap at the front entrance.
Front
we still have to
entrance.
go through the front entrance, Izumi.
Malum would also say, you guys see that crocodile up there, right?
Yes, a magnificent creature. They are nature's apex predators. It's been thousands of years and their body plan has not changed once. Though they did adapt to several niches, their overall corporal build has remained the exact same, as if nature was saying that this is the apex of what an ocean predator can be.
Thank you for getting the several variations that died out.
Well, that is just the rule of nature. Well, yes, what about the crocodile?
Do we slay it?
No.
There's no need to. Why interfere?
Because you can make money off them.
We can make money
No.
selling you as well, but you don't see us selling you into slavery.
Wouldn't be the first try.
Yeah, I believe that was a untactful turn of phrase.
Bardino, would you allow me to override the soundtrack for the purposes
Sure.
of the music that
You
is?
can override soundtrack for purposes of your shenaniganry.
Okay, in that case, then no, skip. There we go.
Alrighty, so as you're playing music, Izumi, what was your stealth?
16.
16.
16. What is their passive perceptions? Real quick. Looking into particular creatures. Okay. Ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. Let's see. Let him cook. Let him cook. You are lucky. What is your passive perception?
Mine is 13.
Huh. That's a really big log right near the front door. Isabel, what is your passive perception, or are you being stealthy?
My perception is 14. And I got a 10 on my stealth.
That's a pretty big log. Wait a
That's a
second, why'd the log
crocodile.
move?
I back up immediately. There's a crocodile in front, the log.
You see a crocodile that was kind of sleep, kind of do the sort of thing that reptiles do where they somewhat blink, quotations, with the little slits of their eyes, kind of getting water out of them.
God, I love crocodiles.
And this one's particularly bigger. Let's go to GM layer. Take you off said layer. As it kind of floats up, you see its head first, as you normally do. It's a little bit bigger than a regular crocodile the crocodile you saw on the little outcropping. It kind of looks at you. What do you do?
Can I make a nature check to see if I can identify this creature?
Sure, give me a nature check.
I don't have proficiency in this, but 19.
I
Very good.
cannot give you guidance.
I
19.
can, actually, so go ahead. Roll a d4.
Another one, so 20.
20.
20. This is a giant crocodile. This crocodile, he's been around for a little bit longer than the one that you see perched up on the little outcropping.
Does it have any form of like notable intelligence?
Seems to
It's a crocodile.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but the species in general, because I know some species when they get older get smarter.
It's kind of, it's like looking at you. Give me an insight check, actually.
Still have that D4.
Yeah.
12.
12. Even with a 12, it's actually looking at you intently.
Huh.
So, Malum whispers to you guys, and can we finally do it? Can we finally do it?
Yeah, you can kill this one.
Why do you want to kill crocodiles?
He's money hungry.
Not only that, I'm just itching for a fight.
Well, could you just take it out and not, kill it? I'm fine if you kill people, or really any other animal. It's just that these are nature's perfect specimens, and I would hate to extinguish the life of them so soon.
I mean, I would argue sharks are more perfect specimens.
What?
What was that?
I was trying to go back to the song the bard had played, but
I was so confused.
yeah, no.
Wait,
Well,
server
continue.
muted.
Yeah, precisely because of that. I was server muted because of that. But yeah, continue what you were doing. I'll find the thing again, Bard. Give me a second.
I would argue sharks are more perfect specimens than crocodiles.
Well, I suppose some people must be wrong for some others to be right.
I'm glad we agree on that one. And I'm glad you accepted to be wrong.
Well, I suppose that you can have that opinion.
You see the crocodile just sink back into the marsh.
Did we, looking at Marrow, did we bore it back to sleep?
Perhaps we did. Miss Izumi, I do hope that you're alright.
Izumi just like nods her head, realizing that the crocodile isn't paying attention to her. She just continues sneaking on past it.
Yeah, if we see it go away as well, it's just gonna walk in. After you.
Zachary, do make sure to keep up. I believe that we are slowly clearing a path.
And no one came to witness the performance besides the crocodiles. Odd. Reminds me of my
Indeed.
early days of my career.
As I always tell my apprentices, we start somewhere. And you seem to have gone somewhere very interesting with your music.
He walks down the fucking tree until he gets to the dank-ass marsh. He hesitates on putting his foot on the water, but then he relents and he's like, whatever. He
There's a
says,
button for doors.
"Yes, I've gone many places, some of which are considered to be unnatural." Ooh, that was good. We should put that in a play somewhere.
Indeed, yes. Well,
Please, continue. I shall be right behind. Should I provide some ambience music on our infiltration?
We should be wary of traps.
Maramil kind of like nods and says, "Perhaps I can be of use then." And I'm gonna cast Find Traps. I'm just joking. That's a really shit spell.
I was about to say, you're actually gonna do that.
I mean, hey, if you find traps, you find traps.
Yeah, but I'm going to use my passive perception. But does my passive perception of 17 get anything? Just straight up.
Passive perception is 17. Well, actually, yeah. And also, if you were paying attention to crocodile as well, as it was kind of slinking back. Give me an insight as well.
Insight, okay. Da-da-da-dum. 9, damn. That's a really low roll. Let's add a d4 to that, I guess.
Yeah.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Yeah. It had some, for a crocodile, it had some level of intelligence, like it was looking at y'all intently,
Oh, wait. I'm realizing now
and it
that
moved
I think I know
away.
what this might be.
Is no, it's not.
Um,
No, it's not. Right?
okay. So, I'm not going to metagame, of course, but I will ask that from the what's it called? Strangeness of, how, the crocodiles seem to be more aware. Can I roll anything to figure out, like, what that might mean?
Hmm. Give me an intelligence check.
Just a straight intelligence check. Okay.
Straight intelligence.
11 plus a d4. This probably won't get me too much, but 14.
It seemed like this crocodile had a level of intelligence like comparable to humanoid intelligence.
Okay. Okay. In that
Also,
case. Oh
it's
yeah?
a bit eerie. Yeah, you do have that god awful stench, and it seems the plants around are withered, decayed, but also there aren't too many birds. You don't hear the sound of any birds in the area. Trees seem to be even more gnarled than usual. The animal life seems to be generally aware of you, more so than you would assume for an animal.
Yeah.
Especially for. Uh, Alrighty. So,
I knew I was right to ask about the animal's intelligence.
you
What's it called? God damn it, because I think I know what this is, but Maramil wouldn't, so I'm gonna shut up.
So,
whisper to
look,
me what you think it is.
there's a button for the
Oh,
doors, guys.
okay. So, uh,
Why is this
going
door opening and closing?
That's me. I found the button to open and close the doors.
Why is it opening and
anyway.
closing?
Hold
There's a
up.
button for it,
Stop.
Katya.
Stop real quick. Cause am go I am going to reveal some shiz. Cat cause Izumi, you are up there towards that little ledge right there. Standing near a broken wall, and please do not mess with door.
Okay.
Standing near this what looks to be a open air living room, a small well, a fireplace that seems to be cooking some god awful stew. You hear the sounds of merriment as two humanoids dressed in what looks to be the attire of brigands or hunters, uh, who are kind of enjoying the sound of a fiddle playing by a goblin, as one of them kind of pulls out a bit of a couple of spoons, kind of playing along with it, and and a couple others are just vibing near some tables, as I shall reveal I said reveals. You bastards. Layer. Layer. Go to token layer. Oh yeah. Friggin' Zachary. You feel that one, the goblin on the table over here that's playing the fiddle. It feels like you feel the violin somewhat call to you in your head.
Well, Zachary isn't there yet. He can't see the
Yeah,
the
Zachary
queen.
there. It's
Did he
yeah.
see me or not?
Oh, they a couple of them. What was your stealthing in?
16.
16. The humanoids kind of clock you. One of them kind of taps their buddy on the shoulder, like, "Hey, you got guess."
Alright, well, I am aiming a crossbow at them.
I will put a hand on your shoulder, Izumi. Now, we are simply here to have a chat.
Maramil puts another hand on Izumi's other shoulder and just whispers, "We could kill them."
That's what we're here for.
You see these two individuals with, it looks like they're holding firearms, but crudely made ones with bayonets. All right. What are you doing out here? What you doing out here in this swamp?
We were supposed to talk to a leader about some destroyed crops.
Hey, Rufus. They think they want to see the boss then. You think they like the those other little jokers who are skulking about?
Bard, tell me one of the goals that this guy wants to achieve.
The
It's been a
goal
minute.
that this guy wants to achieve. You recognize the avarice of any sort of bandit. He wants to get paid.
Now,
laid.
I get that you just want to get paid. But are you sure this is a smart move?
Listen here, sister. Our boss, a bit more intimidating than y'all.
Oh,
But
no,
they
I
already
completely
know you
get
here.
that.
They already
And
know
of
you
course
here.
they do. But I just advise that you don't fuck with us. Well, we're here.
No, we're keeping eyes on people. So if you just come and see, if you're just not coming in crossbows blazing, just start
I
walking.
do apologize on behalf of my compatriots. We were simply not aware if you would be up for diplomacy or not. For all we knew, you would have opened fire the minute we turned the corner. After all, you did shoot down my bird.
You see one of the goblins, like, that was your bird.
Yes, and if you do it again, I'll rip out your intestines and shove them down your throat again.
I don't believe that's where they're supposed to be.
Exactly, they'll go back where they're supposed to be.
In the throat?
Down in their stomachs, or near their stomachs.
Alright, alright. Nothing too hasty. Boss don't really like folks snooping around too much. But, we'll take, if you, real nice, and they nice too, we can take you to her.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to do, because we've had like basically a day, so we've had a long rest since we entered the first area, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna use encoded speech again to make everyone in the party have encoded speech for 10 minutes, and the rest will think we're talking about the conditions of the swamp to walk. Izumi, I hope you understand why I stopped you firing, even if we are here to kill them.
I can see.
It's best we get to their boss first. Make them panic.
It certainly makes things easier.
Yes.
Right, I'll go along with your plan then.
If things turn south, weapons free after all.
And then again, let me know next time you plan on doing something like this.
To be fair, I didn't plan on it. It's just when they didn't open fire on you immediately when they saw you, I was like, hold on a second. I can work with this.
Down, over on your left.
They went down this corridor, right?
Yep.
Bart, should I then just switch to not to Firefox, to Chrome, so that the recording looks better, I guess?
Yeah.
Like I said,
Yeah.
like I told,
Mm-hmm.
like I
Mm-hmm.
told you, I
Yeah,
prefer
I
Opera
know.
because
It's time.
I prefer Opera because the RAM doesn't shit itself too much when recording. But you know, if Chrome works better, then I'll try that. I'll just pause recording for a little bit. All right, I switched to the other recording window. The aspect ratio is gonna be kind of weird because I can't switch the output mid-recording. So, in the future,
Fair
let me
enough.
know ahead of time if you're doing dynamic lighting
I'm
session or
sorry,
not,
I
so I
didn't
can
know.
switch.
I didn't know. I thought it would work.
Well, no, because, yeah, whatever. Sakura is following the party, and you might want to have Maramil follow as well, because
No. Art thou following? Oh yeah, that's right. BRB. Do. So yeah.
boy. Throughout all of this, actually, Sakura would lag behind the party, because you know he's looking at the fiddling goblino, and he, you know, his twitching knife hand is ready to write a tragedy in blood, but you know he's not going to do that. He is going to look over, and you said I felt like a call or whatever.
Yeah, to the friggin' violin. More specifically, the violin bow.
Zachary is going to look over, then look back at where the party's walking to, then look back at the goblino, and in his mind, actually, how far away is the goblin from me? Is it one of these two, or?
Yeah, it's the one at the top, right there, at the feet.
Zachary's not gonna say anything verbally, but in the goblin's mind, it'll hear something among the lines of, actually, how would I rate how would you rate the performance of the goblin?
A scale of 1 to 20, about a 15.
All right, so not entirely unsalvageable. Zachary, having the personality trait of I am a snob who looks down on those who don't appreciate fine art, is going to, just kind of look at the goblin, and in the goblin's mind, they'll hear something like an acceptable performance. But is it the instrument or the individual who is doing it? I'll keep my ear on you.
Wait, what? Who the heck said that?
I'm gone. And he's going to walk and follow the party.
Are you okay, Rock? No, I heard something. Did you hear something? Being weird. They just they just stopped the music and he said a moment think like, what the heck just happened? Oh yeah. So as you guys are led down the corridors, a large room opens up, broken in pillars, smashed vases, covered in moss, candles, and mushrooms. You see
Oh.
You see further in a large idol that was seemingly destroyed from years of disrepair. And the smell of cooking food, like a stew, something being brewed, and the apparent murmurs of individuals in these open halls. Towards the right, most of the rooms are empty. Oh yeah. You see an old jail cell to your left that seems very much empty. Uh,
Yeah,
to your
Malum was also checking every room, but they seemed all empty.
mm-hmm.
But which way did he go?
Yeah, I'm trying to see where our guide went.
Oh yeah, the guide.
They went
I
east,
s-
right? Wait, no, yeah,
Yeah,
where did they go?
no. Yeah. Yeah, they
They're not
went this.
here.
They went this way. Hold up, my bad.
Because they went to
there.
the side corridor here, and then, like, they just
You see?
disappeared.
That's why
I checked that room
said
before, and he wasn't there anymore.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah. If you're going in that room, Isabel. No, never mind. You just go. Yeah.
Wait,
Try
this
not to
room?
get lost.
Was
Were
this the
you
one you were
just
talking?
peeking around?
Yeah, I was kind of peeking around.
Okay. Peeking around in that little room ahead. You see a kobold and a goblin with a stick, kind of poking at something under a tarp.
My apologies. I did not mean to intrude. Then just
Hey.
leaves.
Okay.
There's somebody poking something under a tarp there. Kind of like saying that in the encoded speech.
Yeah. Yeah, the swamp's meant to be like that. Like with little thing like wood. Hey, you
Yeah.
guys are talking about nature of the
Yeah.
swamp.
Yeah, no. Like, she's like, yeah, doesn't make it suck any less, though.
What is that idol, by the way? You said it was like broken and shit, but can I identify what it's supposed to represent? Or is it just like a big statue?
Give me a religion check.
I'm making tons of fucking checks today.
Yeah, you
Uh,
making all the checks today.
Can I
Right.
also make a religion?
Sure. 20.
Checked off a spell, but it wasn't.
1,
Um,
21.
23, yeah. Good shit. Holy shit.
Also, Bard, is Zachary's otherworldly gaze still going, or has it been more than 10 minutes? I would have activated it, like, as we were getting closer to the mound.
Hasn't been full 10 minutes. It's been about 5.
In that case, because one of the effects is to have advantage on perception checks, that effectively means I have +5 to my passive.
That's true.
Yeah.
Thus, a 19 pickup on anything we've been through so far.
19 pick up on anything so far. You would 19. Actually, with a 19 passive perception, you'd start hearing the voices clearer. Like, all right then. All right then. You got the lotions and potions ready? Yeah. I got your lotions and potions ready. You old wart.
Fucking hell.
Patience.
Oh,
Do
Petal.
patience.
Oh, Petal, you suck dick. What's it called? I do also notice if anybody's a shapechanger within 30 feet of me, so none of you can escape me.
Same within 30 feet. Wow, that might come up in a little bit.
So, what do the religion checks?
With religions, you would realize long ago this used to be a temple saloon, but it's been defaced. And-
Kind of like asking this guy, did you do that? If so, I approve.
The bosses, they're not much fan of the Lady of Mist.
Are they a Sharite, or
I know the apprentices.
Very interesting. Well, regardless, I do appreciate the destruction of the statues of that god.
Alrighty. And once you guys get into the big old chamber, I can actually show what's on the GM layer.
A quick question.
Quick answers.
How long would it take me to set up a trap?
Without being noticed?
Like, nobody's
20
here,
minutes.
so...
Like
20 minutes. Oh. Alright, never mind.
To be fair, we're going to be in conversation with them for a while. Maybe you can.
Yeah,
But
you
it-
can just
it
not
would-
be there.
Yeah,
You know what?
didn't really notice you. They just said, "Ayo, we'll take you to the boss." They didn't really much notice you moving behind or anything. They just noticed, like, "Hey, don't be getting lost in here. It's kind of funky." Let me just pull these folks off the GM list.
If that's the case, I'm gonna set up a trap right here.
Okay.
At some point, like while you're gone, Isabel can notice and just say, "Where did, like in the encoded speech, where did Izumi go?"
I think she's preparing a fun surprise for everyone involved.
Good.
She's been absorbed into the vast emptiness of the cosmos.
That. I
would
don't
be
think we need encoded speech for you, Zachary.
Thank
I think you can just talk normally.
I appreciate you.
It's not a compliment.
Was it not? It sounded like one.
No,
I
it's.
think it was.
Yes, correct. Thank you. He says once again.
You're welcome.
I agree. Your speech is fun.
fucking Isabel getting gaslit.
The
Okay.
only person who's on Isabel's level is not here right now because they're setting a trap.
Okay, so for
Perhaps
traps,
we shall see
give me
Izumi.
stealth. Give me sleight of
Right,
hand.
Perhaps.
What do we roll?
Sleight of hand check.
I will
Alright.
give you. I will give you enhance ability. Oh, good.
What
That's a
does
now one.
enhance?
You
What is
have
that?
advantage on dexterity checks.
Alright, thank God.
Thank God. You
Let's
would have
see.
like before you like head off, from the rest of the party, you would feel like like a hand on your shoulder and like a whisper. The power of Maglubiet. Good luck.
You enabler.
Okay.
It is.
Alright, I have Alchemist's Fire.
Ho ho ho. You have set tripwire with alchemist fire. He 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 he.
Alright,
So,
that's... Huh? Once I'm done, I'll just make my way to the party, but I'm assuming, that's
That'll
gonna
be a
take a while.
Yeah.
It is looking. It is looking like Isabel might be our negotiator this time around. So Zachary will look at Isabel and say, Isabel, very important thing that you should know.
Yep. What is it?
Isabel just hears the whispering in her mind.
Hold on. What is the ability? Because she has a ring of mind shielding. Hold on.
What's it called? No, okay, so basically he's like, very important thing you should know. And then his mouth begins to move, but it's like fucking incomprehensible, like nonsense. And, it's bardic inspiration. it's just bardic inspiration, but,
Okay.
but it's just like, it's as if he's repeating the disclaimer at the end of a fucking, like, medicine
Commercial.
bottle, and it's like, Isabel, don't forget, very important.
alrighty. So you just hear all this nonsense babbling. Feel invigorated? Question mark.
You are an odd one, Zachary. Anyways, take
But
us to your boss.
one thing to note that is very important about Zachary's bardic inspiration, specifically because of his subclass. It is not a D8 at this level. It is a D6 still.
Huh.
Interesting. Alrighty. So you go into this hall. See, further in, you see three female individuals. A woman with sickly pale skin, a flocked old wizard's hat, and a dark shawl with a very big spoon as she's stirring whatever contents are in this cauldron.
What is the
Across from the
statue?
pot. It looked to have been a statue of a woman, but then it was smashed. A statue of a monster, but then smashed in the face. But it's incomprehensible. For the people who did make the who made the religion checks, this originally was a temple of Saloon, which someone defaced and put up some weird monster as an idol
Sounds familiar.
in
doesn't it?
place of it.
Also, speaking of being familiar, I'm noticing the cameo appearance right there.
But yeah, across from the cauldron, an older woman with a A creepy old smile. Oh yeah, almost forgot. I need to show the token. Shift Z. Yeah, this old woman with a flopped old wizard's hat, stirring in the cauldron, and across from her, another somewhat older woman, maybe l- late 50s, early 60s, with what looks like a bonnet, a hunchback, warts all over her face, kind of putting in some different ingredients
Hmm.
and kind of gathering some more ingredients back and forth. A woman who has somewhat tattered formal gown, hair tied up, face that's painted with a skull, and strange, uh, very almost gothic aesthetic of jewelry that seems to be holy symbols of different deities. Uh, with
Well,
uh, let's see. For those who have Maramil, because of your background and professions, two of them kind of stand out. On one of her ears is an earring that seems to be the hand and eye of Vecna, and around her neck seems to be a ne- a sort of necklace,
motherfucker.
You
a
didn't.
necklace, a necklace that has a image of Merkel, the old skull and triangle.
You
Yeah.
bastard.
Motherfucker.
Oh, hey,
Oh,
hey,
sorry, I was muted. Uh,
who, who,
uh,
who do you got
my-
there?
I think Jericho was trying to say something.
yeah, no, it's fine. They say like who you got there. Maramil kind of like bows to all of them and says, "May the blessings of the Lady of Loss be with all of you, and the dark hand of the Lord of Bones as well."
Hmm. Say, seems y'all are familiar with the Lady of Loss, but like my mistress said, what what brings you here?
We were traveling nearby when we heard of strange tale. Crops dying, and we decided to investigate, which led us to the swamps, where we found your hideout, and we wished to speak with you. Bard, what is Auntie Anklebiter's goal in life? It's been a minute.
See, ankle biter. Ooh, her her goal in life. Question: Is this a sort of is this a magic effect that would
It
read
just
this
says
far?
if I look at them, I know.
Mm,
It's just labeled assessing eye. Just an uncanny insight, basically. I get.
see, uncanny insight, dealing, creature, fantasies, wishes, goals. What's their goal in life? What's Auntie Anklebiter's goal in life? Ooh, that's something. You think it's the complexities of what this old lady is far beyond the scope of a mere mortal. But for the moment, what you can glean that's comprehensible is more or less the sowing of discord and loss for the residents who disturbed them.
I understand that the residents may have disturbed your rest, and you wish to sow discourse among them, but by doing this, eventually you're going to attract the eyes of powerful adventurers. And surely you wish for your coven to grow in power before you face them.
Let's see. Oh, hey, swamp gas. This one's this one's bit quick on the whip, ain't she? Yeah. And of course, old Brutus outside gave me that impression. You don't let me work my magics just right, you old bag. Hey, I'm just stating the obvious. But mistresses, we still have means of our guest. And oh, Quish, how far are you away? Oh, you're just 10 feet off.
Yeah, I'm 10 feet, 10 feet off. Zachary.
Same.
Go ahead.
Oh, go
Sorry.
for it. No, go for it.
I mean, no, he's still keeping his distance because, again, he's not the negotiator. You don't want Zachary to negotiate with these people. So he's letting Isabel and Maramil do the talk, so he's keeping back a bit.
Well, tell me the golden life of swamp gas.
Grass swamp gas.
Swamp pass?
Also,
I know
yes,
you
great,
already.
for the
I know you
flavor.
already. Yeah, I know you already made the joke.
So, yeah.
What's it called?
So,
Actually,
yeah,
Bart, before that, how close is Izumi to finishing the trap?
halfway done by the time you talking with the three of them.
Like,
Like I said, it took me like 20 minutes.
If Zachary sees Isabel walk up closer, he will kind of prod Isabel's shoulder with the piece with the fucking baguette, and he'll repeat what he said in the dialogue.
She'll reluctantly take it.
He bows like my
Almost
job
done.
here is done, and takes like a step back.
So yeah. Well, the goal of Grey Swamp Gas. She seems like somebody chaos, like, but you kind of see her kind of eyeing you guys, like, heeding your words, like, sending powerful adventures. Let's see where the opportunity arises. Because these fools seem interesting enough to come up to our place and don't go swinging swords and slinging spells right away.
I know that we might be interesting to you because we didn't swing swords and sling spells immediately, so I advise you to heed our words. After all, we must be the first interesting mortals you've run into in a while.
Oh, oh yeah, oh yeah, dearie. You're at least the more civil people. Last ones that came around, well, nah, I won't say that.
The gnome and their party with the helm of teleportation?
Oh, so you knew them? Nice little trinket.
You did us a great service in dispatching of them. How about we break some bread and discuss the terms of, well, leaving the villages alone?
Breaking it.
After all, what is a line they would not cross? Grant me swamp gas.
Grand swamp gas.
A line they are
Logic.
not willing to cross.
Line she's not willing to cross. Two things come to your mind. Number one, screwing over a coven. Number two, uh, line she's not willing to cross. Uh, well, she's not willing to be in any service to anybody. They in the service of themselves and the Lady of Loss.
After all, if this were to go south, the Coven would be harmed by more powerful adventurers. Or worst case, or even worse, those same powerful adventurers might use magic to bind you to their service. So surely it will be worth it for your own personal freedom and your continued service to the Lady of Lost to leave the villages alone.
Grand Swamp Gas, Auntie Akabita thinks this one's being a bit reasonable. So, what's your terms then, Shah?
Simple. You and your men leave this hideout and leave the village be. So long as you keep moving quite frequently, you won't be harassed by powerful adventurers while still being able to do what you want. So chaos.
Well, see, here's the thing, Missy. We got a nice little hideout here, and well, if we, what's to say that more powerful adventurers won't come knocking on our door again? And well, you can only turn enough people into newts, and maybe sick a guard dog here and there.
That is why I suggested staying on the move. You see, as long as you relocate frequently, people will not think it's the same group, and therefore will not call for the higher level or higher skilled adventurers. You could keep sowing chaos while dealing with the riffraff that comes your way.
Give me a persuasion check.
Would I have
I wanna
advantage
give-
because of everything?
Oh yeah.
Because of everything, I say, yeah, you got advantage on this because you piqued the
22.
interest.
Yep.
Good thing you got advantage.
Yeah, you also had your bardic inspiration in case you want to use it.
Yeah, you can use bugs.
You know what? Fuck it. Let's roll it. 5. That is a 27.
27.
Roll a d4 as well, guidance. Wait, no, I'm not gonna give you guidance because I'm concentrating on enhanced ability. Never mind.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just
gonna
curious what I
give
would
you guidance.
Yeah, Malum would give guidance.
Yeah.
have.
Stack more buffs.
See them himself.
I am, by the way, I'm not going to use this ability. I just wanted to see it actually work in practice in negotiation.
Yeah. Hey, you, under elf. Don't go sneaking spells.
I apologize for my co-worker. He is not quite used to the ways of working on the surface.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'll tell you this. We'll move on. We have to get the rest of our boys to pack up. But what we'd like something in return.
Well, let's hear your counteroffer then.
It's pretty simple. We'd like one of three things you're willing to part with.
Give them the bread.
Would you like the bread?
Oh no, dearie, we got a stew cooking. Hey, Granny, is it almost done? Yeah. Keep your shirt on. I've got it. Perfect. But no, we could go with the bread. What we'd like is either your either your last breath, a thrilling victory, or a
Swamp ass.
no, you you cretin, or your your or a bit of hair, if you're willing, from each of you.
So the thing is, Bard, we never established, do shades breathe?
If it
I
doesn't say that they
mean,
don't,
Yeah, no, because
if
like,
it doesn't specify you don't need to breathe, or
yeah,
if you
that's
do
why I'm double
breathe.
checking.
Well, you know. Go ahead.
No, never mind. Because it does say I count as an undead for some, for like most effects.
but
Yeah.
wait, does Zachary need to breathe?
Yeah, Zachary doesn't need to breathe.
You
You
don't need to breathe.
you haven't seen him like audibly breathe ever since you've known him.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, no, Maramil with that, with their has a perception will ask. Actually, dear Zachary,
This is still on
do
the GoTA.
you need to breathe?
he thinks for a moment. And then at this point, you didn't have to cut me off, like the fucking meme of like the fucking galaxy brain expanding.
Oh, yeah.
Like happens in his head. You know, and he's like, that is a great question. I never thought about it, but I guess at some point I stopped doing it, huh? Oh, does this mean I have to do the manual breathing that people say they have to do?
If you don't have to
Well-
brave, then we will give your last breath to the hags.
Let me see if he's smart enough to know that that's a bad idea.
Give it a check.
Do I need to roll a persuasion check to contest that?
Wait, could I do something?
What you wanna do?
Yeah.
Never tell me the odds.
Never tell me the odds.
Darn, you can get a solid sense of which is the likely best choice and which opportunities seem to be too good to be true. I mean, okay, Malum, give me an insight. Give me an insight, nature, or arcana check for these fools, because this is a little bit weird. These old ladies, slightly old ladies, chill out in the friggin' booties of the bayou. 16. 16. Friggin' out in the boonies of the bayou of this old swamp.
Actually, the bayou. It's
Yeah,
like
it's
forgot it was bayou.
it's bayou. It's a bayou. Friggin' swamps. They chilling with goblins. They have this they're in this dank, decrepit place. They cooking up stuff in a cauldron. One of them's got a pointy old hat, and the other one's covered with warts and hunched over. And one of them kind of cackled a little bit. You dealing with friggin' hags. And you know the Fae are kind of fickle and tricksy with how they deals. And that doesn't exclude hags. So there's always a catch when it comes to hags. You're not sure what. But it's kind of weird. Your last breath, your great victory, or a lock of hair. Huh. Weird. They asked for two weird concepts and a generally innocuous thing.
So which one's likely the best one?
Yeah.
Out of those three options, the lock of hair seems like the best course of action between the three, because you're not sure. It seems like the least egregious.
Yeah. So, Malum would say, because we're still under the code, right?
Yeah.
Alright. So Malum would say in the code, you know, there is this gut feeling I have that tells me that if you want to make one of these three deals, the hair is gonna be the best. And up till now, my gut has never been wrong.
Zachary
Well.
kind of kneels down to have his like face closer to Malum's gut, and he's like, "Does it have a mouth?"
You always surprise me in great ways, Zachary.
Thank you.
Okay. You know, that's a neat little conversation you're having, but you never answered the question. Which one are you all willing to give?
We will choose the hair.
As Izumi comes back, Zachary just yells. He's like, "Don't scare me like that."
With a passive of 19. Just pointed out.
I mean,
So,
yeah, no,
yeah.
he has a pass of 19, so he would see Izumi ahead of everybody else. So he would be the first one to read Izumi return.
Yeah.
Also, something I forgot to mention. You remember that dankness that you had beforehand? It's worse in here.
Yeah, I'm glad I cast Circle of Wind on myself. At least it doesn't
Granny's
too bad
podcast.
now.
I don't know.
It's real potent. Hold up. Yeah. Like, Isabel, it's like, even though that you have your your little air filter, it's about the same level as when you first got here. I mean, it's probably even stronger from where you are.
Hmm.
Okay, so you want to give us a lock of your hair? All right, step up, step up.
I will do it
Give me.
myself.
No, we said each of you have the choice.
Yes. No, but I'm cutting my own hair myself. I like to keep a certain style in it.
Malum says, there is still a certain risk. Keep that in mind.
I know.
Wait,
But
before you go.
yes.
You sure we have to give them the hair? Because if they have our hair, they're most likely going to be able to use that as a divination focus.
Malum
Oh,
Oh, sorry, Tom. What do you want to say?
hold on. I'm double checking something.
Oh, actually, Zachary's a fucking genius.
So, do they breathe? Do they want my breath or not? Zachary's genius, I guess.
No, but like I was
One
gonna say.
thing,
Go ahead, Isol. Yeah, go ahead. Don't say your thing. I'll say mine.
if we choose the breath, that would be the breath of one of our group, right?
Yes.
Yeah, they want your breath.
So I believe I'm confused. Would it be the hair and the breath, or just the breath?
No,
or
it
just
would
the hair?
only be the breath.
Oh well, that makes things very easily. In that case, my time has come again.
Yes, our good friend Zachary here will be giving you his last breath. He decided.
Okay.
Zachary looks at Malum and he's like, does the wink, I got this covered, don't worry. But he's not really being subtle about it.
Yeah, Malum just puts his hands on his gut and just starts shaking it to say no.
So, Zachary, you walk up, uh,
I give you
seeing
back your bread.
them. So yeah, to seeing the two of them for what they truly are. Hold up. Oh yeah, because they roll token. Because they roll tokens. So for story purposes, uh, Zachary's the only one who sees what they really look like. Uh, hold up. Let's see. Do. Granny, Granny Swamp Gas. Friggin' roll 20 being dumb. It won't let me roll the tokens. Uh, but yeah, I'll do it later. But yeah, so yeah, you step up. You see their forms kind of even more twisted. Now you gonna let me roll tokens. So yeah, you see your forms a little bit more twisted and gnarled as Granny Swamp Gas and Auntie Ankle Biter are indeed frig off hags.
I mean,
Uh,
that was obvious from the
yeah, it's
start.
obvious. So y'all be giving your last breath. S- Interesting that someone of your nature giving your last breath.
Well, you want to get really technical about it, somebody already had it before, but... Well, let's not get into semantics.
See this woman take out a little jar, and as you breathe,
Hold on, he won't do that just yet. He'll say,
hmm?
oh, but... Before we get into all of that... one request, if you would. I couldn't help but notice that one of your entertainers in this fine establishment, had a particularly strange instrument on them, or at least a part of an instrument on them. Would you regale me with the story as to where that was acquired, or what it is?
Oh, you. They found a few little trinkets here and there. If you like, we have a few. We might be willing to part once we leave our little chateau of ours.
He tries to laugh along with them. He's going to be, like, there's a one tiny little problem, I believe, that may make this transaction a bit difficult. For you see, well, actually, it might not matter in the long run. Never mind. He will. Wait, what did I say?
No, I just
What
laughed.
Okay. So actually, do I notice anything else now that I'm within 30 feet of all of them with otherworldly gaze?
Otherworldly gaze. The two of them, they go to their regular forms of green green hags. Yeah, two Grand Swamp Cats and Auntie Anklebite are green hags. Third passive advantage on passive perceptions. You notice the friggin' water's kind of moving.
Do I notice any humanoid pieces in the stew that they're cooking up?
Uh, are you proficient in cooks utensils?
Fuck no. I don't eat.
You don't really notice any humanoid bits.
Okay. What's it called? Zachary will, upon noticing that, like the true forms of Granny Swampass and Auntie Uncle Biter, uh, It's on you, Bart, for naming him like this. So what's the
Freaking hags, of course they gonna have funky old names. And it was meant for the joke. I knew it was going to be a bit like this. So yeah.
He's going to kind of stop, wait a minute, and look over in that direction and sees the image of this hideous hags against the background of this defaced idol of former divinity. And he stops, completely turned, like gives his back to Bokor, like completely ignoring Bokor, looks back at Auntie and Kabadaland and Granny Swamp-Ass, and does like the, I'm gonna put my hands in the form of an L, both of them, and try to put like a frame around, and and tries to like look at them like that and says, "Oh, the such a picture you both paint. Your hideousness contrasted against the background of the of the idol of divinity certainly creates quite a striking image."
Oh, you're a real charmer.
Oh, no, I do not perform charm magic, if that's what you're implying.
Well, very well. A deal's a deal. Go ahead, give us your last breath, dearie.
He will look, and is there like a bottle or something about course holding up?
Yeah,
or-
Bokor's holding like a little mason jar.
Okay. Oh boy, this is gonna backfire horribly, I feel, but we'll see.
Malum has done everything to warn you.
No, yeah, he like, again, Zachary's stupid. He like, if people are allowing him to do dumb shit, he will do dumb shit. Zachary will look into the bottle, and he opens his mouth, but nothing seems to come out, I guess.
You wait like a couple seconds, nothing comes out. Then your eyes turn pitch black as what remains of your soul is sapped into the jar.
Damn.
Until you are now cursed. Until greater restoration or similar magic is cast, you only have 2 death saves
Ooh,
until you die.
Oh, that makes sense.
cool.
I thought it was like physically a breath. I don't know why.
I mean, hey,
got the
Zachary believes all of you implicitly, and you led him astray. That's on you. Let this be on your shoulders.
Hey, not on mine.
That's the point of my character.
Hey, in my
what's it called?
defense, my character's selfish, and this was the only way to get out of it without her having to sacrifice it, and only one party member having to sacrifice anything.
GG's. He like, his eyes return to their normal, and after a moment, he says, "Whew, I feel weakened. You are tricky with your wording." So I'm just confused with what's going on. Zachary is just going to be like, the last person who took away my last mortal breath was not quite the trusting individual. I guess that seems to be a recurrent theme in my life.
Oh dearie, we specified. Deal's a deal. Your last breath, a thrilling victory, or a lock of your hair.
I
You,
suppose you were quite clear. And he, anybody who can read Zachary's expression, I can understand that he does not understand what is happening. And he will kind of look over and say, may I have a look at that bottle just one more time? I want to see what my last breath looks like more closely.
sorry, dearie. We're taking this on the road. And Granny Swamp Gas snaps her fingers. It's disappeared.
A pity. I would have used that as an inspiration to write the most wonderful sonata. But if that is how you wish to do it, then your loss. I'm a patron of the arts till the end, and, well, I hope you enjoy the last breath of a patron of the arts.
Oh, dearie. The last breath of a bard seems a bit fitting. Oh yeah, because your passive's 19 right now. I can show you what's in this lake that's just chilling right now.
Is
Chilling
it
in
that
the
crocodile?
lake. No, it's not a crocodile. You see a very large creature. Large tusks, shaggy hair. God awful stench.
It's a
From
mammoth.
from what you can tell, it seems to have a dangly long neck that pokes up from the reeds. Rotten whatever's plant life is nearby that hasn't already rotted. And its eyes just vacantly blink at you. And it sinks back down. As I'll show it real quick. But yeah, you all would see it now, because it kind of pokes its head up for a brief moment. Layer. Token layer. I said token layer. Internet is being slow at this here place.
Malum would say to the party in the coat, wasn't our job to clear them out, not to move them?
Our job was to stop the events from happening.
Which, if they gonna move and still gonna annoy this city,
They're
doesn't
not gonna
do
know
that.
this city.
I think what Malum is trying to say is that I really want to kill them.
I mean, that as well, but I don't think the guild will be happy with the results.
Oh, I believe the guild might be happy with the results, actually. Because if they leave this village alone, it's not like they're going to tell everyone that, oh, the people convinced us to leave. The
Exactly.
guild will realize, if anything, this creates more jobs and more profit for the guild. If this village will not will pay us handsomely because their suffering has ended. But the next place they move to will also be corrupted. And in that area, we'll put out a job posting to solve it. We're just creating jobs for ourselves with this plan.
Exactly.
As Zachary is seeing his team speak over there, there is a part of him that is like, I wonder. Now that he knows there's even another creature hiding in the water, I'm going to use telepathic to cast detect thoughts with no components.
You can speak to a creature telepathically.
The last paragraph. You can cast it.
Were you targeting this one?
I mean, I can hear, depending on how detect thoughts. I'm not digging deeper. I just want to know surface level thoughts of everybody around.
You can't get Isabel's because Ring of Mind shielding.
I know. He just assumes
So-
that you have no thoughts and your head is empty. Cause
No thoughts, head empty. Bakor, because it's within 30 feet of you. Bakor. No thoughts, head empty as well. She also had a ring of Mind shielded. uh, Auntie Ankle Biter. Well, once these dearies clear out, we'll have to move our other little pet as well. Gray Swamp Gas. Ooh. Well, these deers are kind of interesting. Hope they get what they hope they get whatever they needed out of here. Surely need to, but we're gonna have to waste this damn stew. And the creature in the lake. What's the intelligence that you can read again?
3 or lower won't
Yeah.
work.
Yeah, 3 or lower won't work. But
You don't get this creature's thoughts. Its intelligence is too low.
okay. Zachary will just kind of look, I guess, around. Looks back at his allies. Hears the thoughts of Maramil of like, oh well. What's it called?
Old dude. Oh yeah, old dude over there. Oh, hate friggin' those 3 creep me the hell out. But if we leaving, okay. And then kind of side-eyeing them. I at least need to get paid. Get on out of here. But yeah, that's what you get.
Okay, so everybody's just kind of like, oh, fuck it, let's go. And Zachary notices the 2 people don't have, since don't have like static, in their minds. So he's like kind of just raised an eyebrow. He's like, whatever. He will say, no. I suppose our transaction here is finished. You may depart. Oh, before you do, however, you said that we were welcome to help ourselves to whatever it is you leave behind. Is this correct?
Yes, dearie.
Very well. In that case, we shall do just that. I believe it's about time we let this fine people walk out of here. Oh, I didn't mean to pull out the ruler too.
Oh yeah, and don't go poking your nose in the pool till we leave.
Surface
I
thoughts.
don't think we were planning on.
Surface thoughts. What is she thinking when she says that?
Seeing you kind of walk over to the pool. You know, we didn't put the blindfold on old Roscoe, did we? I think we'll be fine. As long as they don't go poking their head in the pool or anything.
Okay. Saker's just going to speak out loud and say, I assure you, we will not be peeking our head into the pool.
Oh, a mind reader. I like you.
Well, I have my talents. Some people say they're very weird. I guess weirdness attracts weirdness. As you can tell by my companions here, as he looks at everybody.
Indeed. Good job, Zachary. You are going to prove a very interesting ally in the days to come. So,
Indeed.
how does this work? Are you all just going to teleport out, or...?
Are you walking away?
Yeah, we're getting what we can. But you seem like you're individuals of interesting skills. Yeah, Granny. since they were nice and all, let's give them something as a little going away present for us.
And what might that be that you're giving us?
Why are they getting closer?
A bit of a favor. Well, given that you're of the decent persuasion, it's only fair that kindness comes round. As she takes out a big old burlap sack that
Krampus?
well, dearies, we've collected items around here and there, and whatever your heart's, something that might call to you, might be a bit helpful later on. Who knows?
Oh, I forgot Isabel can't fucking hear my telepathy.
Well, no, it's like a doorbell. So she'd hear like a doorbell ring, like, because it's one I choose. So I'm assuming I get like a little caller ID board.
Yeah, it's like the
Yeah,
Discord
you'd be
call.
like-
Let's just have Izumi disarm it before they even make it way through.
But wouldn't it make, again telepathically, but wouldn't it make for incredible pyrotechnics if they were to set it up? To cap
Yes,
on
it
this?
would.
We've just disarmed the situation.
I'll be on my way.
Thank you, Izumi. We've disarmed the situation and we've created a possible business venture for us in the future, dealing with them again. And next time we can kill them.
And next time
Yes.
you will be giving your breath away, would you? Oh, why did you move me back, fucker?
Next time they wouldn't make it out alive, so we'd get your breath back.
moving back.
I could see if I can remove that curse tomorrow.
Yes, that's who.
I feel like that would kill me.
One way to find out.
Also,
So,
I'm
Katya,
not
I am
sure-
out of character. Really sorry that you've not been able to like do anything with your traps.
So also, I don't
That's
believe
okay.
I don't believe my telepathy can allow you guys to respond.
Oh,
Just
okay,
throwing it out
um,
there.
We still have the code, so
Yeah.
Okay.
Izumi just has like the sad cat eyes while she's disarming the trap.
Hey, you took the persuasive option.
Listen, I did this Hitman Silent Assassin style, which Bard said is how we get promoted in the guild in the last campaign.
Yeah, you guys took the option of don't go trying to beat people's up, because I had stuff ready in case y'all went with the option of go and beat people's up, because there's always a choice.
You know, if Zachary was smarter, what's it called? You know, again, I have to play kind of dumb, but if Zachary was smarter, he would have just done a performance called The Last Breath, for them to take.
Yeah.
So, you know.
I mean, wait. I mean, there is a fucking Grimlore's Grimoire, fucking spell called Last Breath. You just cast it on them.
Last Breath approach. Anyway. So, you know, Zachary is waiting to see how this plays out. Of like, is the trap gonna be disarmed in enough time? Are they going to blow up? Are we gonna get paid?
find out. And then
So yeah, no. In this burlap sack, what you do see that's in there, which is weird, random items. A leather-bound tome. A black gauntlet. A harlequin mask. And an opaque crystal.
Lips on a mask.
I guess I'll take the book.
I can't help but notice that there is a certain lack of enough items to go around.
Well, you can take the goblin's violin.
Yeah.
I'm not interested in the violin, more so in the bow that he had.
Then take it.
We were told anything here was ours for the taking.
In that case, one moment. As he will...
Zachary runs off before Izumi
Just
is
be
on
like,
the track.
boom!
and he's smart
What's
enough
that?
that when he gets to this location, he goes up the wand and begins to walk up the roofs to not trigger the trip mine.
If you're doing that, roll stealth.
Roll stealth.
Does Izumi notice? Izumi does not notice you.
Walks on the fucking roof, and then when he gets to like around the corner, he walks back down the wall and then continues.
Yeah, I'll say for sake of convenience, you see the goblin like,
Hey, Skinny, what do you want?
Goes in and looks at the bow, looks at the goblin, and says, Granny Swampgrass says it's my turn to take the bow.
seeing that, like, he goes ghost white.
Yeah, here, take it. I don't want it anyway. Goodbye.
And he just runs away.
Thank you, you simpleton. He says, not like your hands could appreciate the fine craftsmanship that this has.
Yeah, he just hides under the table. So you don't want to deal with no witches.
Oh,
You don't
but
want to get turned into newt.
before we part ways, there is one message that you must know if you tamper with this type of objects.
Mm-hmm.
Pay close attention. And through telepathy, you know, it's just going to be a lot of...
Roll me intimidation check with advantage.
Okay. Now, I'm actually not proficient in intimidation, believe it or not. 9.
Even a 9. This goblin is like terrified, like weirded out by voodoos and all that and jazz, because they get that from the hags anyway. He just books it, leaving
Goodbye.
behind the violin bow.
And stay safe. What a nice fellow. He turns to the other goblin.
Okay.
Grabs the violin bow and just bops the goblin on the nose with it, and then walks away.
Hey, fuck you! Don't be doing that!
Before he leaves this room, he turns around and does like a deep bow to the people in the room, and says, "Looks like your benefactors are choosing to clear house. I suggest you follow in their orders. Otherwise, we will not be beholden to any form of harm that may befall you." In simple
Once
terms.
you
In simple terms. Get out of here before things get ugly.
Yeah. You see all of them kind of shudder like, yeah, no, we ain't dealing with you. If the boss says leave, we gonna leaves. So yeah. For that, you guys complete your
Walks on the
missions.
roof. Walks back down.
Yeah, we completed our mission. We got our magic items.
Or did we?
Hmm.
What
Anyway,
if Izumi can't disarm the trap in enough time and they trigger it and they blow up?
I'll say
I
the
mean,
trap's been disarmed right by the time you get back.
I,
Katya?
yep, disarmed. I'm just returning.
Yeah. I'm sorry the trap didn't go, but you
It
guys
was a
chose.
really good backup plan.
Yeah, it was a decent backup plan if things went hazy. If y'all wanted to fight.
All it
But yeah.
costed
My
was
character just isn't designed for RP, so it's fine.
all it costed was a permanent debuff on Zachary.
Well, we can probably get remove curse casting you tomorrow.
Bard said greater restoration. Get rid of this.
Yep. Greater restoration or similar magic. I.e. something higher than remove curse.
Damn.
I mean, hey,
Well,
GG's.
you
Like
know
I
what they
said,
say.
Go ahead.
No, I wasn't gonna say anything.
I mean, what's it called? Like I said, fucking, Zachary's supposed to be kind of stupid. Even though he technically has, like, positive intelligence.
Yeah.
But I'm choosing to roleplay him as not that smart because of his fucking brain being addled by visions of the Far Realms. Only occasionally he has flashes of lucidity. Not today, though.
Well, you guys would head back and be. Well, you would be rewarded by the people of town with what little money they had saved up for this job.
I didn't do it for the money. I did it for the art.
Well, you won't get a cut, but
You can't put a
You
price
get
on all
8
of this. Go ahead.
they each get 8 gold pieces.
Yeah.
8 gold pieces.
Factory.
Nice.
I mean,
What do we get?
8, because these are poor people who don't have
No,
enough.
no, gold.
8 gold pieces.
I don't really need this.
I'll take it. That was not in character.
No, any little bit is something.
Zachary has a moment of lucidity where he notices. You all wanted more, didn't you?
Oh. In fact, if you want, Malum, you can have whatever cut I'm getting. I don't entirely need this.
I would never say no to more gold. As he takes it out of your hand.
Yeah, well, what's it called? We'll hand you 4 gold pieces, and we'll actually, like, we'll hand you 4 gold pieces and go up to Izumi and say, and for you, for your hard work, Miss Izumi. Even though it didn't go according to the fun plan, I still appreciate your work. Gives you 4 gold
There's
pieces.
always next time.
Yes, there is always next time. The thing about evil is, it can only be postponed, but in the end it is inevitable.
Huh?
I thought Zachary was the one who didn't make sense.
Thank you.
Well, sometimes the world need not make sense. Sometimes
Oh.
it's more fun to just exist in this strange puzzle box we call a reality.
Not quite a puzzle box. Like I said, it's a stage. And in fact, I am very well aware of my place in it. It's only a matter of time before everybody else does as well.
Why am I stuck with a bunch of clowns?
Not
My thoughts
clowns,
exactly.
actors, performers,
Actors.
entertainers. We all are, in a certain degree.
I prefer the term Chaosbringer.
In the end, we are fools. We know nothing. We play our roles like silly clowns.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is where we'll end tonight's session.
Do we level up?
Congratulations, Wolf. No, y'all don't level up.
I wanted to
Damn.
kill. No, what's it called?
Like, I'm sorry, guys, for making this a social encounter and just talking our way out of this.
That's fine. That's fine.
You know,
Don't worry about it.
Hey,
I'm not gonna lie.
did better.
Listen, it's fine. You know why this was good? Because this is literally how the first episode of Keeper Season 1 went. This is literally what happened there.
Did we
We
talk
just
our way
went
out?
in. Yeah, we went in. You talked our way out, Tom. It was your fault both times.
Wait, hold on. What is the first episode of Keeper Season 1 again?
We were talking to like the fucking Drow who like were making bootleg guns.
Oh, then that was Arcanix. He was fucking about. He did not get us out of there. I think it was C who got us out of there.
I think it was C that brought y'all out. But yeah, y'all
Yeah.
talked.
Maybe.
Y'all talked your
Maybe, yeah. Like, I
Way
can't
out.
really remember much of it because my memory is ass. But it could have been C. I mean, power party face. But yeah.
Me as a person, I like us talking our way out. Me as a character.
Yeah.
Zachary will remember this.
Don't worry, we'll kill things left next time. Where you going?
Zachary will remember this. How you led him astray as well.
Hey,
Well-
he was no. Time out. Malum literally said 3 times
No,
to
he's
you.
not Isabel.
Yeah, he said
Said
Isabel.
Oh,
Yeah.
Isabel.
To be fair,
Yeah.
Isabel didn't know what they were gonna do. They just saw it as the safest opportunity.
No. But yeah, he will remember this. Oh, and I need to roll something in the background.
And Jericho, it's not about killing
Oh
people.
boy.
Mm.
In a fight, things
having
are
fun,
getting
basically.
chaotic.
Yeah, no.
And
like,
he loves
yeah,
the
yeah.
chaotic element of the fight.
No. I totally get it. Like I totally do get it. Maramil also is very disappointed that we didn't get to have fun.
Bardino. That is my charisma save for Lex long rest. You know what that means.
We'll find out in the next session. But thank you all for joining us on this crazy tale. Sorry it took a little bit longer than usual, but that's the nature of roleplay in these situations. But tune in next week on another exciting episode of Keeper's Daggers of Darkhold. But before we do, I got you know what? No, we'll do it for. You know what? Yeah, cause why not? Cause we got the logos. I'll show it for everybody here. Bat layer.
Yo, it's Lord Mazan, and I forgot his name, but the guy
Well,
went for
you'll
Bane.
find out about these fools maybe next time. But yeah.
Is Manshun? Or as Zachary refers to Monsoon. What's it called?
But yeah.
Moonshine.
But yeah. You can end the episode here.
Okay.
Later.
Well, in that case, well, actually, I have to do the YouTuber thing. Those of you who are watching this, continue watching along in our adventures, and we'll see how things go next time. Will Zachary ever get his last breath back? We'll find out, I guess. Don't worry though, he will remember this slight against him, because any slight against the actors of the world of the play that is the world will be answered in kind eventually, one day. And with that, we'll be ending this off. as I'll end the recording now.